I had much to reflect upon after defeating Rimmergand and leaving his realm. I hope to never, ever go back there. But if I happen to find myself there again, I won't be so afraid. We did already defeat him once, so it is only logical that we can do so again. Speaking to Boudica afterwards sort of placed a lot of things about the gods in proper perspective. That they want Kith to be able to exist in a paradise, or rather a well-ordered society, and not need them, was a bit of a revelation. That they have different philosophies as to how this might be brought about, and how some of them, specifically Boudica, believe that Kith can never attain this level of progress, and if they do, shortly afterwards it will all collapse. Hearing it directly from her, and my experience with Waidwen and Eothas in Rimmergand's realm, made me realize that they just might have good intentions for Kith after all. Well, if there wasn't so much trouble that they stir up, then I might actually start to admire them, even with their terrible start where so many Kith died to create them. But then I think of Rimmergand and all that sort of falls apart. Life is not about suffering and hoping for a release, which means soul death to him. We live lives, we die, and then we start new lives. In these lives, the well-adjusted ones and those with good parents love one another. We grow up having friends and family that we never forget. We love and learn from them. We meet another person and create our own families. We then raise young ones of our own. We love them and our partner like no others. I may not have children, but I want to. I know what it is like to love. Love is what motivates us to live. When we lose that love in our lives, it is extremely painful, but not all lives are about losing love. It is about having it, even if you lose those ones you love, and it feels like life is no longer worth living for you. It certainly did feel like it was worth living with that love in your life at some point, and one never forgets these things. They are the biggest parts of our lives, and they make the greatest impressions of our lives, especially if one were to write about their lives from start to finish. So what does that all mean in respect to Rimmergand's philosophy about life is unending pain, and only the death of the soul will end the torment? It's all stupid nonsense. Even when I died at Cadnua, I never once regretted living and wanted soul death. If I couldn't return to my body, then I would have gladly gone to the wheel. This is why I can never have any sort of agreement with Rimmergand's worshippers. Their philosophy is like the opposite of living. They just want to end their existence, and in a way it disgusts me. So we are looking for Brythe to tell her about... Oh, what's in here? Clothing that we don't need that sells for only a few copper. Harbinger Brythe, yes. We've taken care of those pilgrims.
I hope the pilgrims have not been too much trouble to you. Was there something else you wanted to know?
I killed the pilgrims on the outcrop above.
You killed them? All of them?
Her mouth hangs open. They didn't leave me much of a choice.
So many.
Her face falls into her waiting palms.
Foolish Brythe. You asked the Dusk Speaker. What did you expect?
She rubs her forehead.
Here. I've not much coin, but you've done as I've asked, so it's yours.
She pushes a fat pouch of Valian coinage into my hands. Well, thank you. What's bothering you, Brythe? Perhaps I can help.
Her
mouth twists, first into a frown, then a grimace. Finally, her grey lips pull into a tight line.
When you did your bloody work atop the flow, did you see a woman, about 30 winters my senior, with skin matching mine and hair the color of butter?
Family, I take it?
My sister, Ares.
Her nod is but a small movement.
You the sister among the pilgrims, and kept that from us.
You should have told us. Maybe we could have looked out for her.
We could have used that. Established communication. Worked out some agreement with them.
Spittle flies from the godlike's ragged mouth. He's right, you could have helped a lot of people and saved me a lot of killing. She shrinks beneath my words, hands kneading one another, head bowed.
I'm I'm so sorry.
You're the one that's paid the real price here. Your sister's the one that paid the real price, but you've paid it well in advance of us. They were just people who attacked us. Fools to me, but to you, one of them meant something. He slowly shakes his head at her in disappointment.
Still, I would know. Did you see her?
No, but I wasn't looking. I would have if I'd known to.
That's... sure. That makes sense. I mean, she probably wasn't there. I just asked because... well, because... Still, I suppose it's a good thing for the Watch, you ending the pilgrim threat.
How did your sister come to be a pilgrim?
Ares, my sister, she was always... well, she believed. Truly believed. In a way that I never have. Not that the gods were real. Obviously Rimmergand exists. But that doesn't mean we've taken the right lessons from him. Or interpreted them correctly.
You know what? I don't think you should be taking any lessons from Rimmergand. He has nothing to give you. He's just a big old jerk.
Ares was always surer. She's smart. Incredibly smart. Always very interested in souls and machines and the like. But she was also very, very... convinced.
Hugging herself, she exhales a ragged breath.
I've wasted enough of your time. I doubt Ares is still alive after all this time. But it would have been nice to have known. For certain. Thacklaut, Duskspeaker. And farewell.
What does that even mean? Dachlach? An or Jehoma expression of gratitude. Okay. She proffers a weak smile and turns away. I've had enough of this island. You go find your sister if you want. Everything's gonna start melting soon. I'm sorry if that seems cold, but I have done enough saving. We've already lost someone. I'm just not in the mood to fool around in this, I would say, God's Forsaken Island, because it certainly seems like it. At least I was able to take out my frustration on the very god who I consider to be the worst among them. I suppose Wudica and Skaen would be the ones after Rimmergand. I never want to return to this island again. Well, actually, it might be nice to come back and see that there's just a rock there and no more ice. One day. I mean, the Deadfire is a pretty warm place, so... without the Vitmouth, I don't think this is going to last. It's probably gone within a year. Maybe 2 years, I don't know. That was some pretty high ice, so it's been going for a long time. A few hundred years, I think. Okay, so he wants us to go all the way up here? Razai Passage, it's on the map. It's like on the opposite end of where we are. Well, first of all... okay, I've had enough. Let's get Maya back. And, you know what? No, Maya. The Aloth and Seraphim. Well, just explore this southern area. I don't even think there'll be anything down here. There's something in the water. There is an island. Palm slats. Yeah, there's an island here. Well, I see a shipwreck. Looks like there is some water to the north and an old camp. Wow, there's a storm. Medical supplies. Maybe it's good we stop going that direction, but it might hit the ship. Still. Found some fruit, and there's a shipwreck over here. Well, hopefully we'll be able to leave the island without encountering another storm like we did before. A junk bobs just offshore. Its hull is scored with deep gashes above the waterline, and parts of the stern are burned to cinders. There may still be something worth salvaging in the hold. Let's sift through the wreckage. I take some time to explore the wreckage. 3 hours pass. And find an unusual object tucked away in a far corner of the hold. After spending a few minutes digging it free from the wreckage, I discover it's actually a poleaxe of especially fine make that glitters with a strange internal light. Interesting. Well, we don't use this weapon. None of us do, but we could sell it. Return to the ruined vessel. Continue searching the ship. 3 hours pass. Find a tattered old flag. Principi flag. Continue searching. 3 hours pass. Nothing of value. Continue searching. 2 hours pass. Box full of rations that haven't yet spoiled. 10 palmstone. Continue searching. 3 hours pass. Find nothing of value. Continue again. 2 hours pass. Find a barrel still filled with drink. So more water. We've searched the ship from top to bottom. There's nothing of value left. Now, the storm didn't pass over the island or our ship, thankfully. I didn't actually think that there was anything this far south. It's not like there was anything there. Still, I mean, people can live on an island there. There's water, fruit. It wasn't a dry desert. We haven't been tasked with exploring down here, but I'm doing it just for us, so it'll take but a few days. Got plenty of food and water, why not? And we're right here, that's the other thing. Instead of being on the other side of the dead fire, and then sailing all the way down here, just to grab this. Ah, Cannibal Island! I really hated that place. It's terrible. All these kith eating each other. May I never step back on that island again. Well, we have to sail around it, unfortunately. See, this is the kind of island where, like, there's nothing. There's the ocean, rocks, and sand, and that's it. And plenty of sun. You think that there would have been something. Maybe they could take a raft to another island where they could survive? I don't know. But with the way that the Luminous Audra has been so, I want to say perverted, but damaged and working against its original intention, that it's not surprising to find some islands that are totally inhospitable to, survival. Yeah, stay away from that. I've already learned how bad a storm could be. The hard way. Something in the water ahead. After being on that iceberg for all those days, it's actually nice to be back at sea, feel the warmth, the sun on me. It's just a little bit left, and we've got the entire southern half of the map explored. Oh wait, I think that there's a little bit to the east. I find 2 of my crew members playing a game in the hold. Oh, this again. Maybe next time. Not that, like, morale is bad where I have to get involved to make everyone happy. The Valian Trench. Which means that there's deep ocean below us and nothing around to see. How would they even know it's a trench? Did they send somebody down there to see? Like in those outfits that we wore? Ugh. I never want to do that again. Blackness all around. Surrounded by ever-increasing depths of water. I think I'd rather be on Harbinger's Watch than go back to doing that again. Okay, so, there is a little bit over here. Won't take us that long to get there. There's a little bit here. And once we have this, we can go to Sayuka. based upon what we're giving to the crew, morale is actually increasing. So, that's it. That's it. Sayuka is quite far away. It's way up here. Okay, well. No time like the present. We will go northwest to Sayuka. And then maybe we can go to Dunnage afterwards, and then go explore that area to the northwest. And that might just about do it, actually. The only thing left to do would be to go and confront Aethys. Not like I'm looking forward to that. But after defeating Rimergand in his own realm, of all places, maybe there's hope after all. It's just that after seeing all those kith that turn to dust, then it makes me think that that's the only result we can expect from facing Aethys. Two crew members are arguing. An argument from the deck pulls our attention. It's about the fish. Okay, look. The fish. Check the signs of the fish for signs of disease. Let's judge the fitness of the catch. And the best person to do that, I suppose, would be Shoti. It wasn't dangerous. There are no signs of discoloration, open sores, or bloated bellies. The fish appear perfectly healthy. We're in no position to throw away food. Stow the fish in the hold. Alright, so nearly over halfway there. Grave Island. Sailing by Nekataka. We have plenty of copper, so I have no worries about anything running low. Now, that's where we went. Signath Moor. We dived down to the bottom. Captain Thenic. Unaffiliated trade ships. The deck of many things. It's the junk. Okay, so Sayuka, let's go track down this person. That, Seraphim. His old mate. Guess it's the mate that kind of mentored him, actually. He's got quite the bond. Now, let's see. Search for any signs of Romaro or where he's gone. Udine claimed Romaro intends to resupply at Sayuka before leaving the Deadfire. Well, that ship may have sailed, I should say. Seraphim wants us to follow in search of the old pirate. Well, I wouldn't even know who to speak to. Hello? Don't tell Fleet Master Okaya I said as much, but I almost miss the coral as much as his homeland. Hello?
Questions, traveler?
Sorry, maybe your undersecretary could speak to me?
Questions, traveler?
Farewell. I don't know who to speak to. Maybe Fleet Master Okaya? Maybe she would know about it. Okaya? I think we'd be coming back here. I forgot about this.
Ah, it's you.
Oh, sounds like you're happy to see me.
You found me with a rare spare moment.
Want to ask you about something.
Well?
Huh. What's your take on the Royal Deadfire Company's relationship with the Juana here?
That's a weighty question.
She narrows her eyes, reassessing me. I don't see why it should be. No, she raises her eyebrows at my statement, like she can't quite tell if I'm being sincere.
It's a reasonable inquiry, I suppose. The Juana are pliant enough and willing to work hard when properly motivated. We have as much right to this land as they do. If they plan to do nothing with it, it's our duty to steward it for them.
Interesting. Well, I don't know what else to say, who else to look for. Maybe we'll just start asking around the island. Never mind.
Very well.
Farewell. Though, it's like... The Brass Citadel is the best defended harbor in the city. Yes, and I've changed my helm. I don't want to wear Rimmergen's helm anymore, or at least the Defender. The Guardian of Rimmergen's realm. I think this guy taught me a few things.
You humor an old man.
I do.
Might I help you with something?
No, I think that's fine. Farewell.
Be on your way, then.
Oi, Cap! There he be. There be Romaro. Sure is my arse be blue.
Seraphim runs to meet an old, white-robed man.
I wish you'd not come, my lad. Pleased though I be to see you. Even Aldi's anarchists spare no mercy for mutineers.
Seraphim breaks away and peers up at Romaro.
Aye, but you, a traitor? The very thought of it be ludicrous.
He spreads his open palms wide to either side.
Return with us. I'll be protecting you, and we'll be seeing of your fair judging.
With a slow shake of his head, Romaro swallows.
I can't, Blue. Much as I loathe to leave. I'm dead to these waters, and they to me.
Seraphim gapes and sputters before finding his response.
Break my biscuits and call me Swabby. You've gone addled in your dotage, ain't you?
The Orlan looks to me, lower lip twitching.
Captain, unsheathe that silvered tongue of yours, and talk some damn sense into this old sort.
Why did you leave Fort Deadlight? You might have been safe there.
I couldn't bear to remain, sheltered or no. It's a hopeless feeling, bearing witness to the slow decline of something I once held such pride in.
There still be pride to be had. Honor, too. Things be changing sure as shit, but you can't thread them narrows if you ain't even it to wheel.
Eloth nods, a quiet smile etched upon his lips.
I hope I'm wrong, if only for your sake. I don't think the Principe can survive as is, and I can't watch something I devoted my life to sink into ruin.
You're fleeing the problems.
Ak, these roomy eyes have seen too much. Nepotism and cronyism run rampant, rotting the Principe from inside out. Power consolidates behind the least deserving. The Consuelo's leadership founders, and with it, my faith.
But lay that plan of you, old sea dog. You're no good as any. There ain't no faith in these waters, save that you be finding for yourself.
He flashes a crooked smirk and strikes a closed fist against his chest.
Betwixt your brains and my swagger, we'll be right in the good ship Principe San Petrina forthwith, and be shot of these ship squiffy doldrums.
Romaro's frown deepens as he looks away from Seraphim and towards the sea.
A fine dream. I pray to Ondra that you achieve it. For me, though, the current flows but one way. A return to the Principe would mean my death.
Is it true? What are you accused of?
I've not heard every charge against me, but that of mutiny, of that charge, I bear guilt.
Seraphim's ears droop. He reaches for Romaro, but stops short, letting his hands fall.
Why? The sorcerer were our home and kin. We're our cock-swelling pride. And you bartered it to an half-drowned old elf for a pint-bilged fucking clipper.
Staring intently on the ground at Romaro's feet, Seraphim shakes, his fists balled at his sides. Shoti nibbles on her lips to hide a spreading smile.
14 years I spent swabbing them decks. Longer yet for you. Captain Bastion trusted you. I trusted you.
His glare rises to meet Romaro's eyes.
Ak, Bonai Nico.
Romaro's mouth opens briefly before closing again, and he swallows.
Sientere, Seraphim. I've disappointed you, hurt you. No words can justify my actions. I only hope you believe me, that I did what needed doing.
How can I?
With a tired shrug, Seraphim looks away. Okay, well, we don't have all the information. You're hiding something.
Ak, that I am. Many things. For many reasons. I learned long ago that it's oft-times better to hold your tongue.
The Watcher here reminded me that you and me, we be deeper than two hands on a deck. We be kin. You be the closest thing I've ever had to a father. And if you be setting sail, I'll be embarking with you.
Eloth hums approvingly.
Your journeys with this Watcher have changed you, Blue. You wear it well, Bon Amico.
He sighs and shakes his head sadly.
Captain Bastian had the sorcerer slaving.
Ooh. Well, I would have turned against that too. Romaro frowns at his dark, wrinkled hands and rubs his palms together. Seraphim blinks, expression blank. His mouth opens, closes, and opens again. His fur bristles, ears angling lower.
Slaving? What kind of fathom-headed hornswoggle be this? The sorcerer were my kin. They weren't slaving. I hunted slavers for the captain. We freed slaves together.
So I also believed. But Bastian sold those we saved to the Crooksburg slavers. I found records of it in his quarters, almost a decade's worth. When I confronted him, it went poorly.
Rage rushes through my blood, flushing my skin, and cold hate spirals along the length of my spine as confusion blurs my vision. Let the visions come. Sand beneath my feet, crusted and bloodied. I'm young and small, filthy and shaking in fright. Cheers from all corner, jeers too, and the shouts of the kith before me. Amoa thrice my height, heavy muscle and soft fat wrapped in bright robes. Don't make me go again, I plead. Don't make me. His heavy hand sends me sprawling in the sand to a chorus of jubilant applause. I bounce to my feet as the other slave boy approaches. I feel his thoughts, a tickle in the back of my mind. His fear, greater than my own. But what can I do? Only one may live. I silence everything but the anger, but the hate. And it propels my snapping teeth and grasping hands. The blows light but fast, and the other youth all screams.
Sientere, bon amico. Forgive me.
Romaro stands a bit unsteadily.
I meant you not to know. To keep your faith in our traditions. To remain optimistic. A bright star within the Principe.
You okay, Seraphim? Seraphim snorts and shakes his head. Moisture mats the fur beneath his eyes. Seraphim, you've heard Romaro's confession. What would you do with him now?
Cut him loose, Cap. Aye, he did the Deadfire a fine turn by sinking them slavers. But among the Consuelo, mutiny means death. Bet go on for a no.
Okay. I'm doing this for you, Seraphim. Otherwise, I would probably force Romaro to come with me to confront them, and I'd protect him. We'll leave you be, Romaro.
Agrasima, Watcher. The clipper will be loaded soon, and then we'll be away. Cores, Seraphim. Bon amico. Take this. May you have rare cause to use it.
Fire in the hole. It's a arquebus.
I hope we meet again someday. On calmer seas.
Cores, bon amico.
Seraphim turns away. Correz means go with the gods. Well, that wasn't easy.
Ahoy, Captain!
Seraphim snaps to salute, a wide smile splash across his furred face. Well, you're suddenly very happy. What are you so happy about?
Most everything, Cap. Truth be told, I've not felt so cozy in a crew since my tour on the Sorcerer. With Romaro and the lot. Good times and a half, that.
Our ship is a family to me, and I consider you a brother, Seraphim.
Methinks me more crazy uncle than brother. but I appreciate your saying it all the same.
Ah, crazy Uncle Fitz. Adair gives a nod and a wink. Shorty nibbles on her lips to hide a spreading smile.
By way of expressing my gratitude, I've a tribute to be presenting. It's meant to be worn by a great captain. I think you rightly qualify.
I hope it's a really nice hat.
And I think you'll look right spiff in it too.
Really? Where did you get this?
Romaro gifted it to me when I took leave of the sorcerer. He had this notion I'd make captain myself someday.
Thank you for the gift.
Pleasure be entirely mine, Cap. May it serve you at least half as well as I.
Ah, it is a nice hat. Because I really don't have anything. Oh. Yeah. Actually, I kind of like it. It goes with everything I have. So it's magically enchanted in some way? It's got some enchanted effects on it. Seraphin gave me this handsome plumed hat. It is made in the Valian style and is quite fetching. The sort of headwear worn by Kith who walk with swagger, blades, always at the ready to answer an insult with cold steel. Sounds good to me. Thanks very much, Seraphin. Now, we have to go to Dunnage, I think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.